We're ready, folks.
Yeah, ready. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Again, we got a lot of people crammed.
We got a lot of fucking people.
That was
Holy shit.
That intro is great,
It
Jeremy.
is.
You're getting so fucking good at that
Yeah,
shit,
he
man.
is.
Yeah, it only took me like 4 hours. Like a 45-second intro. Yeah. But it was from scratch, so I had to go through and find everything.
Had to write all the music.
I did. I wrote all the
Yeah,
music.
had to write all the music.
That was all me.
Yeah.
Man, you're creative.
I invented the people. I had to build the stages.
So
with my
like the
10
trumpets, did you
people.
have somebody come in and play the trumpet for you?
No, I played it.
You played it? Okay. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I-
I mean, when you
I
think
took-
about all that just happened,
You had to learn all the instruments.
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
a 4-hour
Quick.
period.
I just took apart one of these camera stands, used it as a trumpet. It worked out great.
Ah, the old digital trumpet.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
mastering the skin flute, man.
Yeah. What?
I was not going to ask any questions.
Anything worth doing is worth doing right. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very fair point.
Out there in Chatland, if our audio is good, let us know, please. That'd be great.
So as you can see, we do have a ton of people.
It
So
is
if we were
fish
like
pussy
a
tight
few
up in
minutes
here.
late, we apologize.
What's that?
The one up top.
Oh,
Is that-
there's another camera.
Everybody looks up. They're like,
I
"What?"
feel like almost anywhere I look, there would be a camera.
You're never safe.
I thought that was a sprinkler.
Don't look in the
Wait a
bathroom.
minute.
Yeah, do not check
it's
the
kind of like
bathroom.
Hot
Check the
Ones.
back.
Thought you were
Like
up to
this
fire.
camera.
Is that why
That
that mirror is
camera,
right
this
there on the
camera.
tank?
Mhm.
Oh man!
Man, this is so much
I'm
more
so
high
sorry,
tech than the
Internet.
last time.
Or
I
you're
was
welcome.
here. It's-
Yes.
So you know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Before we get started, shout out to Russ, who's here with us tonight from your captain speaking. He was the first band ever
Yes.
on Off the Record,
Yep.
and they
Hell
were
yeah.
the first band ever in studio.
Yep.
So you have not been back since the studio's been completely
Yeah.
finished, right?
Well,
No.
really?
Well, I came back once, but that was still, it's probably been
Work in
a year.
progress, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
close.
I didn't realize it had been that
No,
long
it hasn't
ago.
been quite a year because I knew my kid had just been born
Yeah.
around that time. And
That's
my kid's
right.
about to turn 1, so.
It's been
Actually,
a
I
little
want to
less
say
than
it was around April, around your birthday. I want to say
when we had our party.
Yeah.
Well, that's when
Yeah.
he came out, but he
Yeah.
wasn't in the
it would have
studio.
been right
for-
around then. I
But
think.
he wasn't in the
Oh.
on the show around that time.
Yeah.
That's been a long time.
That
So-
show was epic.
Yeah.
It was awful. That's what I meant. It was- yeah.
Something like that.
Oh my god.
Jeremy's
All-
birthday, he was so pissed
the
for the show.
yeah, because
Surprise.
yeah, your captain speaking was just about to go on.
hmm
All the cameras except one webcam failed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
yeah, so while the intro was playing, I just had to like move the webcam so you could see everybody, and it was too dark in here, so it wasn't picking anything up. So everybody looks like Lego people.
We
Yeah.
actually went back and watched that very first episode of the studio, and it's like you were here, Kyle, Rob, me, and Jeremy, and Jeremy was actually sitting over there because that was before you
Yeah.
migrated to the table.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
was
shy.
like, studio, and then everybody else, like I saw Kyle, he was like, oh. He's like, oh yeah, hands up, football, goal. So before we go any further now, would everybody want to go around and introduce yourself and what band you're with? Because we have a lot of fucking people,
Yes.
y'all.
Yeah. And,
Yes.
and speak up, please.
You want to start over here? Somewhere?
This is Billy, our drummer. Despite the irony,
Oh,
I'm
hang on.
Steven.
Camera angles?
There
It takes two.
Billy, despite the irony, on drums. Steven, despite the irony, on bass.
I'm Blake, vocalist, despite the iron. Chris, guitarist, despite the iron.
And then we can go back over here.
Hi, I'm Buck. I'm from Trial by Stone.
Steve, Trial by Stone. Oh, that's right. It's right there.
Different camera.
Oh, not anymore. As soon as I find it.
It's that one. You just looked at it.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, hi.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm Steve. Too.
Steve.
Also, as well.
And then we have.
Oh, I'm Russ from Your Captain Speaking.
Awesome. You didn't do the pew pew for Buck.
oh,
Dude, I was just jumping on the chair.
like pew, pew.
Yeah, I do the pew
Look
pew.
at how it gets you.
I definitely know they can't hear Chris.
Yeah.
Even when there's a microphone, Chris is like, so so soft spoken, and he's a sexy.
He's got
sexy
that.
man.
Chris has got that voice that should be on that calm app. You know what I'm talking about? Put you to sleep, reads bedtime stories, to fall asleep to.
What?
You got a future in true crime.
Bedtime stories by Chris. Sign me the fuck up. Hell yeah.
Do you want somebody to read you some bedtime stories? I'll read you a bedtime story there, buddy.
I'm sorry. I'm loyal to
I'm sold
Chris.
on Chris.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can be my alarm though. Stand in the corner of the room, be like, meh, 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 meh.
Is that how this
Man, I
happens?
watched a fucked up movie last night. Has anybody here seen The Night House?
Nope.
No.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah?
It's fun. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, I can dig it. I don't know, just random, information.
Okay.
Check that shit out.
We were actually, you said true crime. We were actually talking about that docuseries, that documentary about the Jan chick that's called Abducted in Plain Sight. She was abducted twice by the same dude. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he took her down to Mexico the second time and married her. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. Happened from the time she was 12 to 16. It's
nice.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And to make it worse, her parents had sexual relations with the man who abducted her as well.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, both parents.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's love.
We have
That's
a lot
something.
of
What's,
chat coming in.
what's love got to do with it?
There you go. There you go. Apparently nothing.
Free trip to Mexico?
Yeah, there you go. There
Right?
you go.
Always look at the bright side.
Yeah.
Tammy, you got an off the record tank top? I want one of those. Fuck yeah. What's up with that swag, guys?
Working on it. Might have an online store coming soon. Shout out to my friend Bree.
I have been asking Jade for a fucking year for an off-the-record service.
I quit making tumblers. That's the only thing. The ones that I made are all packed up.
Yeah, I think.
That's fucking awesome. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So we have. You want to hit up the chats real quick?
Yeah,
Get
and then
those out of the way?
I was wondering if you want to do some announcements since you announced that.
Oh yeah, we can.
You could.
We could.
In
We
a
can do
second,
that.
in a second. Here.
Announcements coming up.
All right, you got to read these. I lost the cursor. There we go.
It's right there. It was on Steve's face.
There we go.
What was on my face?
Not again.
Tammy, welcome party peoples. That reminded me of that song, Party Peoples. Yep. Jen, happy hump day. John Wayne says full house. That's an understatement.
That's right.
Brittany, she said, what up? Kay said good. Hey, Pat. Brittany said you're good. Casey says, think you have enough people in that table?
Yes, Casey!
No.
There's room for like
Got room
At
for a couple
least,
more.
at least.
Casey, get your ass in here.
We have like laps available. We're good.
Yeah, wait till they bring out the hot
You
plates
wanna-
and all the food.
God.
Kat says, sounds good.
Totally more room.
We have Tammy again says, sound great. And then what else we got? Kay says, wow, full house. How you guys doing? Sandy says, yay. Sandy says, the Knights of the Round Table. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, no. Never
It's more
mind.
of a
It
small
No, I
was
said the night house.
the Night House. She's
The
talking
Night
about
House.
the table. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Samantha says, the boys are back in town. Welcome back, all you troublemakers. Shannon, pew, 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 buck.
I wore my Pew Pew shirt just for you.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, fucking hell.
We have Steven. He says, what up, guys?
What's up, dude?
And Sandy says, sounds sharp.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
That's my girlfriend.
Oh, it is it? Okay. That's awesome.
Good. Sharp a good thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Like sharp like cheese or like sharp like it being in tune?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was thinking. Like you're a little sharp to the point there, buddy.
I don't know. Cuts
Or
like a
sharp
knife,
like a knife?
I thought knife.
but it feels so
I
right.
think knives though.
Or a sharp dressed man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Same theme.
Yeah.
How's that
Yeah.
I go, Russ?
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's not like
That's the
I know
only
the
part.
lyrics. I know that one little, that
I've
one
never
little
actually-
phrase.
I read about it in a book once. I never actually listened to it.
Unfortunately, I did listen to the song. Well,
What do you mean,
listen.
unfortunately?
I've heard it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Easy Top.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't hate him or anything, but it's little.
Yep.
I know.
I completely agree
It's
with
just not my
you.
thing.
You
I
have
mean,
to kind of careful about what you're
I'm not
saying.
saying they're not good musicians.
Yeah, exactly.
Not digging up
Yeah, not
Texas
saying
swing.
that at all.
Man, you know what's crazy? I guess I just don't like very fun music. So,
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like I play fun music, you know, in my band. Like, and I have fun playing music, but the music I like to listen to isn't what
It's
What
like
would be an
fun.
example of an unfun thing that you
the
enjoy?
entire catalog of basically bands like Alice in Chains. I
Ah.
can't think of any like happy necessarily Soundgarden
Mm,
songs. You know, Ty
right.
Cobb's not like,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah,
But I mean, I
Night Ranger.
love Fishbone. I love like
That's definitely
Salt
fun
Chili
music.
Peppers.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
it, you know, and that's fun
Yeah.
stuff. But you know, I even like some like old classic like techno and stuff. You know?
That can be fun.
Yeah, or you know,
I like some of that now, but when I was like 19,
mm.
you know, it was everywhere. And
Yeah.
I had 4 roommates, and they were playing it all night, every
Man,
night.
no.
One of which had turntables and would do that shit
Oh, I
until
lived
dawn
with a
every
guy,
fucking
man.
day.
I lived
Oh,
with
it's
a
the
guy who
worst.
had turntables.
It was the
one
worst.
of my roommates, and yeah, he'd have. You know, like girls would come back to like watch him spin and shit. And I was like, oh my god.
Well, my roommates
Like,
wished they
I'm
were
not-
good
like,
enough to
no,
make that
no,
happen.
I'm not trying to insult anybody who does that, man, but it was super cute. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was just
Super
precious.
cute.
You know, it's so precious.
No, in my house,
just
it was
love
like a dude doing that while there were like 20 other dudes playing
Yeah.
Xbox, playing fucking Halo around him.
Yeah.
Wires everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember my other roommate got so pissed off. He just like there was like a tournament, a Halo tournament happening at like 4 a.m. And he just like, this is wireless controllers. He just walks right through all of the cables, just unplugs all of it.
Oh, God.
He's like, that's it, you're done. Get the hell out.
God, I'm shut that shit off.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to make announcements real quick before we get into this?
Yeah, go for it.
So announcements. First, we have actually partnered with the awesome people in the Facebook group for Rockville 23 Happy Campers. They are going to actually be sending us a lot of bands to interview. I was waiting for the button push.
That shit's so fucking dope.
Yeah. So they have these bands that are going to be going. They go through Danny Wilmer Presents, DWP, and they're like on all that stuff. And whenever they get booked to these festivals, you know, they're going to actually be coming in and they're sending us lists of bands who are interested in coming on the podcast, and we'll be interviewing those guys. And you guys will probably end up seeing them at some point on Rockville stages and stuff. So we're going to get the exclusive interviews with them. And speaking of the group, we have Lisa. Shout out Lisa, who's in the chat. She says, woohoo!
That's right.
Yeah, and so thank you, Lisa, for the opportunity. Really appreciate it. She's kid. We can't wait for you guys to start the interviews. Yes. And there's an announcement on that one that I'm going to bring up here in a second too. But we have also partnered with Legacy, which is going to be the new venue where Warrior is. They're the people who are taking over Shane and Andrew. They have enlisted us to be going to shows. We're going to be interviewing bands at the show's day of, and we're going to hopefully be live streaming performances of the show straight to YouTube, to Facebook, and we'll be
Super cool.
yeah. So like, you know, let's say Despite the Irony goes on, we'll show, you know, your set, and then we'll click back and talk about your guys' performance and your set and how awesome y'all were. And then when the next band comes on, flip it back over, live stream again, come back, do the same thing, and we'll be pulling you guys aside and, you know, what'd you think? You know, what's your favorite thing? What was the best part for you? And just kind of like what X1015 used to do, where they would bring the bands in and interview them. It's kind of like what we're going to be doing, but we're going to be doing it remote.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You'll get
So-
some interesting responses, I'm sure, with the
Oh,
adrenaline.
yeah.
It's like catching like somebody right after like a football game. It's like,
That-
oh,
that-
so
that's
how'd it
exactly
go?
what I
Like,
was thinking.
right. What do you think, Jesus? And well, you know, we have a pretty good game.
I broke a string and my foot. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I had that thing happen. We had to make some adjustments, and our offense, they were real good. And
And to the point of the Rockville Happy Campers, Lisa put it in there, Rockville 2023 Happy Campers is the group. If anybody who plans on going to Rockville or just want to like catch some news about some awesome bands, you can join the group. They have already sent over quite a list that I'm working on staggering throughout, so we can still have, you know, the local bands with shows coming up and still boost the local shows. The first band we have is going to be on February 1st, and it's Widow 7. They had just confirmed, I believe, yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Hell yeah.
So they're our first confirmed band through the Rockville group. And then I believe the third week of February, we have Ryder, who is coming out with some new material. So it's going to be awesome.
What is it up?
Yeah, so we're super, super excited about it. So
Moving on up.
man, I tell you, whenever we first started, with this podcast. Rob was telling me the other day we did not expect it to be what it is today.
Nowhere
Yeah.
near. I mean, and we're still kind of in the early stages
Yeah.
of where we're going. I for real, guys, I thought we were just going to sit around and talk some shit about some music once a week, and we'd get a couple followers,
Mhm.
and that would be about it.
Yeah. And now we have, Jeremy's like, well, let's live stream it. Let's have a studio.
Yeah.
Let's bring the bands in. I'm like, fuck yes. And then now it's what it is now. And you guys are all crammed into a room and talking about
Talking
the
shit
show.
with
So,
us.
yeah.
You should have
That's awesome.
known. I'm a fucking maniac.
A little bit.
Can't let
That's
shit.
an understatement.
You are
Sit
a little
around,
bit.
sit around
Nobody
talk
knows
about
that.
It
Christmas
has been
songs.
for real super fucking cool to watch
Christmas
you guys
songs?
grow with this though.
Did you have a Christmas song episode?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I should have loaded
Man, I
up.
made,
Oh.
I made like a Christmas list this year. You know, like my wife had a child. I didn't have a child. In 2022, we did like baby's first Christmas. Oh yeah, man, I was hitting up that Christmas list this year. You know,
No.
and yeah, you know, you had like you gotta get your Donny Hathaway on there. You know, like ours
Yeah.
is very like soul based.
I wish
know?
you still had that video you made from our holiday episode that we played. The one that you spliced together.
Oh, I know,
That
right?
I wish
Slade
you still
song
had it
from
up.
Doctor Who kicks ass though. You know the one.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I love that one. That's classic Christmas.
No, you don't.
That's a good one, man. Add
I
to
used to
Christmas
boycott
list.
Christmas.
I-
I never liked Christmas.
I don't either.
100%.
I hate Christmas.
I don't boycott Christmas, just the presents part of it.
Well,
Okay.
especially-
I mean, I'll accept them, but I just don't buy shit.
Thanks.
Maybe I'm just
Christmas
cheap, you know.
Like
Mm-mm.
I'll give you. You can have it on Christmas, but that shit starts in after Halloween now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Oh
shit.
yeah, the commercial.
Mariah
side
Carey
of it?
thaws
Oh,
out.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Valentine's
I
Day
mean-
started on like Thanksgiving.
It did.
Yeah, right.
Honestly,
crazy?
like
Do we
I
have it?
hadn't dug Christmas until I had a kid for like a long time. But man, that kid.
It's for
factor-
kids. It's
Yeah,
for
that
kids.
kid factor though, it like made it fun for me, and it's like, oh shit, look
It's
at
really the thing.
your electric train, son. Get in there.
It's nice
Get
to
after
have
that.
the day off for those of us who occasionally can get the day off for Christmas.
Oh
Yeah.
Not everybody does, but it's nice. That's the
Is
one
that
good thing
that's
for
really-
adults, though. You know,
that's rough.
I've definitely worked those jobs. You know,
Yeah,
where you're
I-
working
I
on
did.
Christmas, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
I'm not now, so
Yeah. I've done Christmas Eve and Boxing Day, but never.
it sucks. But you know, I guess you got to do it once or twice just to get the
Just a little bit.
appreciation of the day off.
Boxing Day, that's when you box all that shit up and throw it away.
No, no,
Yes.
no.
Yes,
So
here.
no. So Boxing Day is where you box all the unwanted shit up and give it to charity
Mm.
Oh,
for people not familiar with UK
Yeah,
traditions.
the Brits. That's there.
Yep.
You sure about that?
I worked for a Brit
That is
for
race
a
pro.
number of years. And
I
we
am-
had it off every year.
Correct me, bro. Come at me.
Yeah, Buck spent some
All right,
time
well,
in the UK.
We
actually.
compete
I
in
mean-
Boxing Day.
You're
Prove this man
probably not wrong, but pretty sure it's for you have all these rich motherfuckers that have staff on hand, like serving them their Christmas dinners and all that shit and all day. Boxing Day is when they get recognized.
Oh, it's like Secretary's Day.
Take your
Um,
crumbs, Jeeves.
Like the day
The
after,
original
it's
one.
like
yeah. Here's some
because
shit I didn't want.
it's also a big football day too, and
Yeah, it is.
so fuck Arsenal.
You mean
Look,
football in
don't be
the
mad.
soccer sense?
You're gonna win the league. this
That
year.
is what it
I know.
is.
Okay. Well, I mean, I
But it-
respect that. I
You looking it up, Rob?
depends on what.
Are we both right?
It's confusing. in
But
America.
American
It's-
football, they do have to play on
Yeah.
all the major holidays, you know.
Yeah.
Because everybody
Eat
at
that
Thanksgiving,
turkey
you know,
leg.
those guys are running around. They're not even
For the record, on the Off the Record podcast,
Back up
Buck.
just a little bit, Rob.
Oh my,
You're
yeah,
peeking out over there.
yeah, my bad,
Get the microphone in your mouth.
Buck. I was right.
Nice.
Well, Googled it. Gotcha. You got robbed.
Wait, you were
No,
only
no,
right.
I told you so.
You were only
This is
right
a
because
segment on it.
that's the thing.
So we were talking about the Christmas. So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Jeremy put together. Just play it.
This is completely unedited, just
Yes.
straight. All right, I'll play it.
It's straight unedited. Christmas week.
Murray Crema.
Merkrima.
Murray Crema.
Christmas.
Crema. Let me guess. Jeremy.
Naughty Christmas.
Santa Claus wants some lovin'.
Nice. What's this? What's this? There's magic in the air.
Hell yeah.
Jingle balls.
Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
You need to find out if there is anything.
God, this is actually a little hard to
Yes.
admit.
Jingle balls.
I've seen that shit.
Jingle balls.
I get it. No, that's the thing. I get it and I understand it. It's just not my thing at all.
It was pretty cool.
The crazy fat guy.
Santa is a fat bitch.
Yeah, no, that was bullshit. I still feel some kind of way about that. Like I still hold a grudge.
I was going to say something.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah, I think everybody agrees with that.
Nutcracker.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
I'm gonna kill everyone, you sons of bitches.
Anyhow, yeah, no, holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy
Okay.
shit. I need to watch,
And now I need to move.
Come on, baby. You gotta get your Christmas going.
and I think it's
Mhm.
fucking cool.
Oh. I'm making different choices.
Wait, what?
What is all this white shit powder up my nose?
Oh, bow. Bow.
Like, ooh!
One of my favorite Christmas tunes is Jesus Christ and shit.
Here we go. Shouldn't we do this in private? Is that the stuff that sounds like robots fucking?
I love dubstep myself.
They came
No.
out with a Christmas album.
Several Christmas albums.
Christmas band.
Yeah, Valor and Victory and then it's
Christmas trees.
like Christmas trees.
And that makes sense of why you like it, because you are very much, that's like right up your alley.
No, it's for
We
the
did our-
kids
Wait, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm safe. I can go back to normal.
jamming out to Christmas tunes 24/7 Christmas time.
Me.
And even my internet connection was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Fucking up our lives.
It's the capitalism of Christmas that's fucking up our lives.
Anti-Christmas music.
Jesus Christ.
Anti-Christmas.
What is anti-Christmas songs?
I
You're a
mean
mean one, Mr.
Mr.
Grinch.
Grinch.
Anti-Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah.
Why not? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This thing, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
What kind of podcast is this becoming?
Merry Christmas.
My-
Merry
my-
Christmas, Happy Holidays, or whatever it is y'all call the season. Merry Christmas.
See you.
That was completely unedited.
What an incredible, candid conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're like, let's just do a real short show, 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Completely
You guys
unedited.
could have sat a little more still, though.
Yeah.
Those kind of like
It's a
herky
Yeah.
jerky
It's a
movements were
glitch in the matrix.
unsettling.
Yeah.
Jeremy, were you
Next
drinking
Christmas.
strawberry quick?
No. I don't know what that
I
is.
thought you had a big ass glass of strawberry milk there. Well, like not milk, like the quick,
Really
the
close.
Nestle quick.
That is the most
Nestle.
disgusting, vile substance on earth.
remember
I would
being like,
rather
"Hey, Mom,
drink
can we get some
fucking
Nestle Quick?" She's
uranium.
like, no,
Than
it's
strawberry
chocolate
quick.
milk.
I thought you were
No,
gonna
it's
say
not.
urine.
Hey, yep, I would rather drink that than either of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
On
Already.
the grand
that.
scale, it's kind of better.
It's good for you.
Off the record music
better,
show.
better than urine.
We actually,
High
I
in salt.
have an inside joke with Lisa. She says the Grinch because me and her had this whole conversation how I was so anti-Christmas that has, I guess, become my nickname now. So yeah, it's a thing apparently.
You're the
Love you,
Grinch?
Lisa. Apparently, I hate Christmas. I despise it. If it wasn't for my kids, I tolerate it for my kids.
Mm.
But I am not a Christmas person. I
We should
hate
talk
Christmas.
about this.
Let's talk about that. So,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
on-
Yeah, there's a big
We're-
thing. We
we're-
don't
it's a
know.
big
More,
thing.
We're all
Yeah.
in bands,
Big
and there's a
thing.
show.
There is.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, yeah, by the way.
so on
25 minutes bullshitting.
right.
Like Christmas.
Yeah, of all fucking, of
See,
all
fuck
fucking
Christmas.
things.
1 minute for every day of December.
So on the 28th, the Warriors having their final show, and it's going to be huge. There's how many? 22 bands.
Mhm.
22
So,
bands on the bill,
2 stages.
2 stages, and all you guys are going to be playing
Mhm.
on this show. So what is it?
What a coincidence.
Yeah, that you're all here.
Weird.
It's so weird. It's like we planned this or something.
Yeah.
But,
No, we didn't plan that.
No, of course not.
We're not planners. We don't-
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. So how does it feel for you guys being on this show? This final show, the Warrior Show, 12 years.
It's kind of bittersweet, you know. It's good to be a part of. You know, but I hate to see it go.
Yeah.
You know, if that makes sense. Hell, we've been there, you know, from the beginning. Watched it grow, you know, to what it's become, and it's been great. You know, Chris and Alicia, you know, they did something great over there.
Yeah, they did.
They brought that place back from nothing.
Mm-hmm. Literal
Yeah, they did.
nothing. Yeah, barely just a bare bones building.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
I
was.
saw it.
And now it's really impressive.
It is.
That last show that
It's
we played there.
beautiful,
Yeah.
You know?
And now you guys are all on the final show.
Mhm.
Are you guys excited about it?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Have you ever shared the stage? Have you guys ever shared the stage?
I don't think so. Actually.
Possibly.
Maybe at some point.
That's
That's what we were trying
I
to figure
think
out
we played
earlier.
our
We
show
were
with
talking
you guys
about
before.
barbecue.
Or maybe
It was like, were you guys
Oh,
there?
yeah.
I mean, I've been to your shows before,
Yeah,
so it's like
yeah.
I'm wondering if I've played with you, but I think we were booked on a show and it might have gotten canceled. I can't
Mm.
remember.
That sounds
Did-
like a possibility.
No, did we play? Maybe did we play it down below together, like under? The,
Oh, well, now we're talking about
That
like
could have
10
happened.
years ago.
It was like maybe like
Sure. I mean,
million
that
years
place
ago.
was
I haven't
awesome.
heard
That place was awesome.
Yeah,
Possibly.
yeah, that shit. I mean, I think
Oh.
that was some kind of insurance
Bomb shelter.
thing or something.
I remember
don't know.
playing
It's
there
pretty-
when it was
I
Barney
think everybody
Grills.
thinks
Yeah.
Back in like 99. dude.
I mean, the building just caught in flames.
How much fire
Yeah,
insurance can I
that's what
buy
happened.
Yeah.
the day
Sure.
before?
Yeah, those oysters just combusted.
Yeah,
Shit was insane.
it's all the magnesium. You
Yeah.
know, a single oyster. You get 1,000 of them in there.
Russ, did your captain speaking not play on the most recent barbecue?
We did not.
You did not. Okay. All right.
No, man. We really. I'm trying to think of the last show we did play.
I think that was Hunter's leg day was that day, so he couldn't make it.
Probably. No, was that
Whatever, he skips leg day.
man, it might have been that show we played up at Harley.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might have played once since then, but
Wow.
it's been a minute. Like,
And I know our marketing department is hot
Well,
after
you
you
know,
again.
I'm doing dad stuff like most times, so it's like it's weird.
You got
man.
that baby.
Yeah, 1-year-old. You're pretty busy.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's weird, cool, interesting, and but music is kind of can't do as many gigs. No, I did play solo up there at Summers. Which
Yeah.
I don't know who's had that barbecue and who hasn't, but it was good.
Ooh.
Really good.
Woo.
We were there last weekend.
Yeah, we were.
No, I
Yeah.
played-
My oldest son is addicted. Like if we say, okay, where you want to eat? He's like, Summers.
They piled it on too. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh, wow.
the sandwich I got was like this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Outrageous.
Texas toast and
Oh, man.
It is
all that.
amazing.
Yeah, it's like you gotta squeeze it down, Open the jaw, squeeze it down.
Not to mention, I think that should be said. Summers is not
Going
going
anywhere.
anywhere.
Yeah.
So Legacy will be the new venue, but Summers will still be there.
Yep.
Did I hear that there may be extending hours too? Did I hear that?
I believe
Yes.
they are. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
believe so, yeah.
Yep.
That's
So-
good news.
It's going to be
Which
awesome.
that's a fun stage to play on. It looks cool. Like,
Yeah.
like you're kind of on display there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah,
You're talking about the inside one that's not the main stage?
Yeah,
Yeah, we-
don't get me wrong. The main stage is
No,
more
no,
desirable, but for acoustic,
It depends on
no,
the
for
show.
sure. No,
Yeah.
we played a full set.
We've
on,
played all
on
three
that,
of them.
on that
Yeah.
little stage. It was rowdy as fuck. It was awesome.
Yeah, we did a long time ago, like a long time ago. Well,
In fact, that's what I thought the stage inside was because I hadn't seen the other one.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
it
just the
wasn't
outside
open
one.
a lot of the
And
nights.
then
yeah.
that one.
but from what I
And it was like, oh
understand,
no, there's a dope ass
on,
fucking
on the
stage.
Yeah,
28th, the
humongous.
show is going to be on the outside stage, right,
Mhm.
and then the main concert hall, right?
Right.
hmm
Okay. Yeah. 'cause-
Yeah, and they did a lot of work to the back.
Yeah, they
Yes.
Back of there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
the tiki bar area.
Yeah, it looks really good. They did a great job.
It's. I'm excited to see, what they're going to do. It's cool that you guys are going to be involved. I think that'll help kind of bolster the attendance, especially. I mean, the digital option just isn't there for a lot of the shows that are there. I mean, hell, we were supposed to be on this big show on the Retrograde album release, and Kyle ended up getting COVID
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of slashed that. But yeah, I mean that place has been getting packed. And the thing is, I think it'll do nothing but grow. Really,
Yeah.
Mhm.
seems that way.
So, how long has Despite the Irony been together?
Shit,
Wow,
7 or 8 years.
okay.
Yeah, and if you can, Steve, pivot your mic a little bit that way so we can
Yeah.
pick up later.
There you go.
Man,
Maybe if I do like this is all good.
No, it's gotta.
Yeah, no,
That won't work.
Is that not better?
Nope.
Nope. It's got to be
How I had
down.
it before?
Yep.
Okay.
How you had it before. There you go.
No, that's right.
Oh, we
No,
got a
give
little
it-
more.
there we
we got
go.
a little
There you
I
go.
cut you some slack.
Scooch on in.
There you go. Come on, get
So you
cozy.
said about 7 or 8 years.
A lot of lamps over there.
So how long have you been playing your instruments?
Today?
Yeah.
yeah.
You're a great vocalist. Like I enjoy seeing you guys when you're on stage. Like you guys are one of our favorite bands, and I might be a little biased because I've kind of been around and I loved you guys before, but I have that story with my mom that it's yeah.
All right.
So you guys, I'm a little biased, especially with Billy over here. My mom says she loves you, by the way.
We love y'all. We love y'all.
She still has that mask.
Great people.
So it's seeing you guys on stage is like I always try to video anytime I can to send it to my mom. So my mom's like, "There's my boys." So, but she absolutely still she loves you guys. So when KK passed away, Billy's mask sits next to the urn. So thank you guys so much for all of that. You have no idea. So, what about Trial by Stone?
What?
Oh,
How long have y'all
you guys
been
have
together?
busy as fuck.
Oh,
You guys
yeah, y'all
play
have.
shows everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like
We've been
2-3
playing.
shows a day. I saw you. Yeah, you were at Proof, and then
We're
earlier
just
that day
in
you were like
between a
at
couple
Hot
of them right
Topic.
now.
Earlier that day you were at like Take 5. I'm like, God damn, these guys are everywhere. Stickering up Thunder the Snake.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit got
That
funny,
was
man.
doctored security footage.
Our,
That was not you.
The landlord called me up and got super pissed. She's
Really?
like, "There's fucking stickers on your storage unit.
Well, she
How would
lives
you
there.
feel if someone came and put that on your car?" It's like, whoa.
Have
Are
you
they,
seen my
are they
car?
are they renting my car? It's like like if you rent a house, you can put like pictures up and shit. In
But
the
that's
house,
the thing,
bro.
though. She acts like we are renting a room from her in her house at the storage unit because she lives there, and it's like just
Oh my
ridiculous.
god.
Oh, one
It's
of those.
ridiculous.
So I was able to salvage a couple of those Some of the Snake stickers, and they're on my van now. So.
There is still one on the lock.
Imagine if somebody.
There's
put
the
that
no.
Deserve
So
that.
we own the lock,
Yeah,
So
she
fuck
can't
that
say
bitch.
shit about the
and it's
Look.
and it's fucking. So Shane,
Can I ask
so Shane
what
put all
bullshit
these little
place
green
this is that
stickers
you-
that said for rectal use
Well, you know,
only.
the location is fine. It's
There's a
a
little
storage
sticker on
center
our lock
across
that says
from
for
TCC
rectal use only.
off of
Yeah, no,
Bloodstown, Pensacola,
yeah.
right at that. I mean, it's
You
fine.
used to practice over there, didn't you?
Where's that?
That storage zone across from TCC. Didn't you practice there?
No, I was at I did a storage zone over on Capitol Circle Northwest
Yeah. No,
and
yeah,
a dent in the
Oh
attic.
yeah.
The legendary dent in
Dent in
the
the
attic.
attic. Yeah.
That place was inside, right?
Yeah.
I've had units
Yeah.
in all of those.
We,
That
we
place
practiced it
is
for a
still
second.
in
Now-
existence, right?
It's hard to find.
It
like,
is.
units that
It's
allow
under.
bands
It's
anymore,
not
so.
in the attic anymore though.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
bands play there.
But she
anymore.
wants
Oh,
to
they
bitch
stopped
about
doing that like
stickers.
10 years ago.
There was some ruffians that managed to get their dent in the attic golf cart stuck in the elevator. And she wants to bitch about stickers.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Who did those
Yeah.
ruffians
could have
invent?
been. You
It's
know, I
hard
don't
finding
know.
practice
There was
spaces
a
in
lot
this
of
town.
bands in there. I don't know. It was somebody.
So we
Yeah,
put
I
up
hung
with
out
the
there.
Their name
bitches.
rhymes with
I did
breath
some hanging out
defy.
So I also practiced at a Dent in the Attic one time. So we had played a show, and it was our first show after practicing there. We rolled up at like 2:00 in the morning to unload our shit, and then fucking TPD rolls up like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" We're like, "Oh, just unloading our stuff." They're like, "You're not supposed to be here right now." Sorry.
Well, the code worked.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Which,
no,
of course, it
exactly,
did because they only had one code
Yeah.
that everybody used.
Yeah.
Which was the dumbest shit.
Yeah. It was.
1, 2, 3, 4.
for like two, like this huge complex, 2 buildings.
Sounds like the combination idiot would have on his luggage.
It's like 1, 1, 1, 1.
Do you remember the guy that got kicked out of the storage zone on Capitol Circle Northwest because he was living in the unit and he was like
Yes.
taking baths in the wash tub,
Yeah.
like in the middle of the thing?
Oh.
Yeah, I played in a band with that guy.
Yeah, wait a minute.
No, I say played in a band. That guy, we like paid him because he showed up and he had the PA and he's supposedly a guitar player. But no shit, like he just like we'd like be playing a song. This dude like just put it down his guitar and like go eat a bowl of chili and shit. It was the craziest shit, man. Like I was, I was like, man, I guess I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone and I'm paying a man to eat chili right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's his PA. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he, like the only time you could hear him, like his shit was real quiet, and the only time you could hear him was when the band dynamically went quiet and this guy was fucking up. You know what I mean? Like you could only hear him fuck up. Like when he was playing rhythm and shit, he was like buried because his.
Oh God.
He kept
It
it
sucked.
turned down, but just kind
That's
of.
all I gotta say. It was fucking hilarious.
That's
It was
amazing.
fucking hilarious. This man was a vegan and fed his dog like fucking red, beautiful fucking T-bones and shit. And he's and got all
let him go
this
to waste.
money, bought 20 guitars, fucking sold them all off to live because he's feeding his dog T-bone steaks and shit. It was the weirdest.
While he was eating grass like a cow.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Well, I respect people who take care of their animals. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
I mean,
true. Yeah.
his dog was eating well, but this shit was hilarious. I mean, seeing a man, sit down and eat a bowl of chili while his band's playing the set's pretty fucking surreal. It's like
Like
fucking
a
performance art.
wait, in the storage unit though, right?
No.
No?
In a venue playing
That's
a gig.
outrageous.
Man sits down.
Man,
it's
way to
like
commit, dude.
Like a dude in your
Life's
band.
about priorities.
You see him put down
No,
his
that's-
guitar, walk into the audience, sit at a table, eat a bowl of chili in the middle of a song that you
What?
rehearsed.
That's like,
This
I
man's
guess
on
he
the
just
clock
quit.
getting paid.
I guess he just quit is what that means.
He didn't know that
To most
song
bands.
anyways.
He was hungry. He was. Man, it was a strange time in my life. It's right around when I met you. And man, I was partying pretty hard at that time.
Dude, back then
Yeah.
we were all fucked up.
Oh my god, yeah, man.
We were a
Like,
disaster.
I worked at Guitar Center and no shit. Like we didn't on the weekends we didn't open till late as shit on Sunday. And every Sunday everybody'd be late as fuck. Like we opened at noon and nobody could be there. Like the shit was ridiculous, And I mean the customer you'd be outside locked out because you're like fucking 30 minutes late, but they're counting drawers and shit. And the management's not ready either because they're all fucked up and everybody's stoned or like on mushrooms or some shit in that place. It was weird, man. That was a weird fucking job and a weird.
That's why anytime I'm in an active band, one of the members has to work at Guitar Center. So I'm just like, hey, pick me up a set of fucking DR high beams, some Marcus Millers, bring them on to practice because I'm not going there. Everybody's on
I've
drugs.
never
I'm not going
had
there.
a bandmate work at a music store before, like in all the years and all the
It's
bands.
handy, man.
Oh.
It's handy.
Yeah.
I wish. Maybe I'll get a job at a music store.
Now I
Dude,
know
I-
other
Are
band
they
members. I just
still in
text them, I'm
operation?
looking for
Are
this
there
that's
still
band.
music stores, or do I have
I
to go
worked
work at
at
Amazon?
I worked at Music Center behind New Leaf. Remember that guitar
Yes.
shop
Yeah.
on
No.
Lafayette?
Yes.
I do.
I would literally have days where nobody came in there.
Yeah.
And it was cool was you could sit in there and sit around and just like fucking I'm gonna play bass for an hour.
Yep.
There's a drum
You-
drum kit set up. I'm gonna fucking jam on that. But like you do that like a week straight.
That's crazy.
And then you start getting better.
Hey.
But then it's like I'm just gonna pick on this PRS custom 24 behind the desk.
Oh, so
Put my
that's
feet up.
so that's where your PRS came from.
No, but that's where I kind of started digging PRSs. There's a used custom
The
24
affair
in there
began
that
there.
like the cool thing about that space was that like he was really about like beginner instruments and stuff like that. So there's a lot of like beginner like $125 to like $300 guitars, but then there's like 4 or 5 guitars behind the counter. Like he had
Right.
like a 71 335
Mm.
that some douchebag
Little bitch.
We're back.
Usually, the
a
good
lot of
thing about
effort.
that is
So
it
there was
has
like-
original pickups that'll be on the pickups too, or
Well-
underneath the pickups.
Well, it had this fucking
Ugh, that sucks.
gouged out like these.
It's
Like,
definitely
you know,
damaged.
so like nobody would buy that guitar, so I just sit there and pick on it all the time. It was awesome, man.
That is
Like, because he
cool.
still wanted like fucking like $5,000 for it.
Well, because he knew what he had. Whether,
Well,
whether
yeah.
people
But
agree
he
or
may
not.
have been a little proud of it.
$5,000 is
Yeah.
kind of a big ask for even a really nice
For something,
guitar.
well, for something with that type of blemish on it.
Yeah.
Well, it's something that you can check its thoroughbred status. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know.
I mean, somebody will buy that guitar. I mean, it's
Yeah,
worth
oh, yeah.
$5,000.
Yeah.
It just has this fucked up spot in it. It's straight up cosmetic, but if you're gonna drop that amount of money on a guitar, you're probably not gonna drop it on that
Yeah.
guitar.
They probably won't pay $5,000 for it.
Which kids who are getting into guitar get the best guitar you can afford.
Yeah.
Mid range is kind of like
If
the
you-
best if you can.
If you're like
Yeah.
one of those passionate kids who's like, I'm all about it and I just love it and I
Well,
know it's my
I would argue,
calling.
even if they're just like kind of into it, if you can get something a little better than the
Yeah.
cheapest thing ever, because
if the
like
strings are this high,
the better it feels, the more likely you're going to keep doing
Keep
it,
playing.
keep trying, and
Right.
keep learning.
I don't know.
But if it feels like a fucking baseball bat with fucking razor wire on it,
I feel
you're
like
gonna put it
like
down.
that thing.
I used to teach a lot of
Yeah.
lessons and I recommended like starting on electric guitar because the strings are easier to fret.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
you
get lighter gauge. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like riding motorcycles, like your first motorcycle isn't going to be a Harley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people
You know?
do, but that's the bad idea.
But
You're
how
gonna
would you?
follow.
How would you? You're going to lay it down, and then how do you learn like what is actually the difference between like low grade to like the real shit without actually playing?
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
I was a
You know.
music store kid. Like I grew up working in them, so it's like well, you know,
Get
as
yourself
you
a
know,
fucking.
That's the benefit.
Get
of
yourself
the
a
music store,
Mexican
though.
fucking
it is
Stratocaster,
awesome.
or
It's
like
there and
it's good enough to get
kind
you
of
going.
walkthrough experience as a new player,
That's true.
as a parent buying it for the player. I mean, now most people buy most of that stuff just like based on customer reviews on
Mhm.
Amazon or whatever,
Right,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
not even close
yeah.
because that is easily manipulable.
What is that? There's somebody kept saying for your first acoustic guitar, go on Amazon, pay the $150 for the Keith Urban acoustic guitar. And I hear horrible things about that. They're like,
It probably
just don't.
sucks.
Yeah, they're like, don't
Well,
waste your money.
Honestly, because it's a Keith Urban guitar, that's
Right.
what turns me away from it. It's branded.
Yeah.
I'd rather have something that's like as quality workmanship.
I'll
as
tell you,
get on $150.
The name
Right.
will take a
Ain't
$50
much,
guitar
you know?
and make
Right.
it $150.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I started on $80 Washburn 4-string gloss black, and the other day I was like, what do you want for that Warwick 1500? Yeah, I'll take it because I already know that it plays $1,500 good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
fucking
Warwicks
$80 good.
aren't so
Yeah.
like sought after. Basically, anything they made at this point.
Right.
That makes sense. Our old bass player in one of my old bands, he had a Warwick custom combo that just he had no business playing it. I don't even know how he
What
ended up.
band was it? If you don't
That
mind?
was Hope Sick, my old
Okay.
punk band back in the early aughts. But yeah, he was playing this Warwick custom combo amp. Just that kind of like root note, follow the power chord stuff, and with this like sick nasty bass amp, and it's like easily worth like $5,000 because it's just they discontinued it. He's playing this thing that jazz guys like hunt the internet for, And I think it just ended up disappearing. Like it didn't even get a chance to like sell it or use it or anything.
Goddamn.
It just went away one day.
So you
Just
guys,
disappeared.
being active musicians, say a kid had $1,000, should he put that into his instrument or into his amp?
Oh,
Oh, that's a good question.
Instrument.
I mean, for $1,000, you can get a
Instrument.
sweet startup. Man.
It's
Yeah.
this is what I'll say.
You're a singer.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, well, but I am also a guitar player, and I've
Yeah, hell of a
worked
guitar player,
with and
Mhm.
in guitars.
Hell of a guitar. I was just
I would
following
say that the amp will make the ultimate more difference. Like if you take a really bad guitar and put it in a really nice amp, it's still going to sound good. Now, if you take a really nice guitar and you put it in a shitty amp,
it's gonna sound like
it's
shit.
going to sound like shit.
Yep.
So really,
the amp will provide more ultimate benefit, but if your instrument isn't good enough to fucking play, you're fucked.
The way I would think about it is think about a new instrument, and you can find dope ass used amps pretty much anywhere. Finding like a really nice used guitar, like the deal, like that thing when you get like $1,000 guitar for like $300 or something like that. Like that's going to be more readily available. You get $1,000
Today's
amp
market
for
with both of
for
those
$300
has changed so much too.
type,
like guitars are getting better and costing more, while amps are getting smaller and more efficient and cheaper.
Right.
So you can really get more bang for your buck for an amp than you can for a guitar these days.
Correct.
I would say.
My thing though is that if you're a new player, it doesn't matter how much money you spend on your equipment. The passion to play has to be there.
Sure.
These things might help you sound better, but it's your fucking fingers and arms doing the goddamn work.
For sure. Back to the
for sure,
guitar
but
store
playing
thing.
on
You try a
better
bunch of
gear makes you more
I'll
enthusiastic
say this.
about
Yeah.
continuing at it.
Yeah.
A kid would be better to buy a small, good sounding tube amp than like a big ass solid state half stack.
Yeah.
Like because that
100%.
tube amp can be used in a studio
Bigger's
in a
not
future
better
endeavor. Yes,
Well,
definitely
any-
not.
any
Vacuum
legit
tube
venue
amps,
They're
you're
making
playing
amazing
hardware
like
amps,
small
electric
form
guitar.
factor amps.
I
these days.
mean, you can have some solid state tube. It's two preamp solid state bass amps that kick fucking ass.
I guess
But-
if I'm a parent with a child that wants to get into it, I'm gonna buy them that 150 acoustic amp that plays like a fucking bat. And I'm gonna be like, learn to play on that. And if,
Well,
if
fuck
you're
yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
passionate about it,
That was my point.
Yeah, and get your chops on that little fucking piece of shit. Wait till we upgrade you, and then wait till you hear how you sound then.
Now, see, here's the thing with that. So you hand them an instrument that's difficult to play. How
And they
long are
don't
they?
stick.
How long are they going to want?
They have
play?
to have some ownership over the process of
I didn't
obtaining
think-
the instrument. I think
Yeah.
because if they're really into it,
very much so.
you want them to kind of pick out like the look of it is always the first thing. You
Right.
know, like
Right.
like obviously a trained musician knows like the other elements, but the first thing is like what are you drawn to? What body style? The Strat, the SG, the Les Paul, that kind of
Kids
stuff.
like us, like Ivan.
They're just like, yeah, you know,
Dude,
whatever
that
they're
was my
listening
first
to
guitar,
and
man.
seeing is
That's-
what
I
they
I was
want.
13.
That's what
I had
Isaiah's.
an RG 470.
And that's a sweet guitar.
Yeah.
My Ibanez guitar was a piece of shit.
I had a
It was like an $87 guitar.
Oh wow.
My first
Fucking
was like
did
a
it. And I got it for cheap.
But it was like the
Strat.
Strat. It was like the Strat style, two humbuckers. you
Those,
know?
those Squire Strats with the crate amp was
All
like the
maple neck,
combo kit
actually.
that everybody got.
So-
Yeah, that
Fuck
combo.
a fucking
Oh, yeah,
crate.
crate
This-
was trash.
If you have a crate,
Oh my
But they
God.
made a couple
fucking
of really
throw it
good
in the
amps.
garbage and go
But-
buy yourself.
But that
They
little,
did make like 2 or 3 really good amps.
but that little digital amp had
But
like
they
the
didn't come with that
overdrive
guitar.
I played a crate Excalibur solid state half stack that actually didn't sound like
I've
shit.
got a GX 130C that sounds fucking awesome. I would put it up to my Marshall JCM 2000 Mayday.
And so what's funny
Yeah.
is my
Yeah.
oldest
Yeah.
that he got the Ibanez, and Chris, you're one of the first people he actually remembered. He's like, "Remember that guy that took the picture with me? They were in that band. The drummer wore the mask." And I was like, despite the irony, he goes, "Yeah, could he teach me to play guitar?" And I was like,
You're up.
"I could ask."
yeah.
But he actually remembered you. He's like, "Remember, he had dinner with us one night." And I'm like, "I remember, bud. I remember." But he remembered you whenever he got.
Does he play?
He's learning. He's messing around with it. So
Give him some pointers.
there you go. Yeah, because so I was in my room. I was working. I actually was on a call with Hector, and I heard a duck, like a dying duck, and it was like, "Wah!" And I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" And I looked out the window, and my cat's sitting on the garbage can, and I thought she was stuck and made a god awful sound. And I'm like, "Is my cat dying or something?" And she just kind of looked at me, and then she kind of like started looking around, like that wasn't her. And I heard "Wah!" again, but in a different tone, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And then I realized it was Isaiah trying to figure out where to put his fingers, what chords to hit, and it
I believe
just,
that was a power chord.
yeah, I think that's what he was going for, but
First
it
thing
didn't
off the
sound.
list, I should have.
I remember the moment that happened where like it went from like playing single notes.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
there
Yeah.
was the upperclassman that was the like
Honestly,
like
if you
long
have
hair
a kid
dude, you know?
fret the E and A strings with one finger
Yeah.
even, and they're like chin chin chin, hit 2 strings at a time, they'll stick.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on how you learn to. Are you gonna start with standard? Are you gonna start with drop tuning? You know, that's a more relevant conversation now than it used to be.
True. I mean,
all these
with drop tuning. I mean, hell, you can almost play.
Guitars are so outrageously different.
That's one conversation I'm looking forward to having with Izzy.
Oh, no.
I've been waiting for an opportunity to sit down with him and talk guitar with him.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we want to bring up is, what kind of tuning. You want to be a standard or drop.
He's trying to understand what all of that
means.
If I were a kid, drop all day because it's
just lazy though. I would say
It
go
is
standard first
Yeah,
and then learn how to chop it. Then you can be lazy once you understand the difference.
See, my position is get hooked, then learn. But
okay.
that's because
I'm
that's
on
the
that
way I did
train
it.
halfway.
That's the way I did it.
I would
halfway
even-
between y'all.
I would
want
even
some
say-
harshness, some fun.
Yeah.
I would
You
even
gotta
say
have-
maybe start E flat.
Well, and let's be honest. Anyone,
Half a step, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
anyone sitting at this table right now has a lot more discipline than people would probably realize.
Yeah.
Just to even do it and learn it. It
To
takes
get it far enough to
discipline
even play
and
it,
want.
I agree.
There's some want to, but there's sometimes you play when you don't want to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I
You're right
have
on
Yeah.
no, I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
When you don't want to?
What? Yeah, you play when you don't want to. You
Sometimes
play
you want to, but you have to.
all the time.
Shit,
I
that
mean,
was-
that's the
Yeah.
thing.
That
Like
was
when I was in
never a
high
problem
school,
for me.
man, I probably played 6-8 hours a day.
Yeah,
Every day.
absolutely.
for sure.
I mean, every single day.
Yeah.
It's
I sure
what I
don't
did.
anymore.
Like, I went to my room.
Yep.
I hooked up my rig.
Yep.
Holy
All
shit,
my
is
friends
Colton
came
actually
over
watching?
and we smoked a
Yeah.
shitload of weed, and I played guitar
Hey,
the whole
hey,
time.
Oh, we
That's
do,
what the
yeah.
fuck I did.
Did he just say horny
I
fellas?
lived in fucking cool in Georgia.
Horny
It was the
fellas.
motherfucking thing to do.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
Colton, calm
you will
down.
find, in my opinion, you will find a lot more raw, like non-trained talent in small towns
Mason,
and
I see
big
you.
cities
Definitely.
because those kids don't have anything to fucking do.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
You know, like
Boredom
that
is-
is a true.
Boredom is how that happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
We have some comments
We
to
will.
catch up on real quick.
But fuck ton of the comments.
Yeah, we do. We have James. Start with James.
Right here. Whoop.
Oh,
Holy
you,
shit,
Hold on.
You
It's doing
scrolled
that- it's
a
doing
lot.
that thing. If you click the top of it, it'll get all fucked up.
So keep going down,
There we go.
Can
and
we
then
move this out?
I just want to
No.
say, Buck, good job on the beer, man.
keep
Thank
going.
you, brother.
Yes.
I'm glad you like it.
We have Joe. We says I touch myself a lot.
Whoa.
Oh, sweet.
True story.
True story.
Are you saying that you're touching yourself right now?
I did not put his OnlyFans up in the
Damn.
description
Next
this
time. Next
Yeah.
time.
It's like
You just have it
Yeah,
in a like
James.
little corner window.
James from Pardon the Scars. We're I need to talk to you, James. Just a FYI. He says what up.
Hell yeah.
And we have Tammy posted Warrior. 12 years of service, 2 stages, 1 day, 22 local bands, 28 doors at
Yes.
2, all ages.
In the description of the video is all the shit you need to know. Click that
Yes.
link and it'll take you right to the ticket sites.
Yep, $10 cover. And then we have Mason.
That's right.
Rock and roll dad life is not for the weak.
I'm on the wrong
Snakes
page.
in the chat.
Go to the page. You can click it.
It's too late now. It's too late now.
Let me get a pew
Snakes on a
pew.
plane.
Let me get a Buck pew pew.
Wait, other Mason.
Oh, yeah.
It's perfectly timed.
That was.
Like you
Mason's
went,
like, you talking to me? And we have, let's see, what else? Who else we got? Oh, Mason says, greatest karaoke ever took place on the inside stage before it was Summers.
Yes. What? I believe I was witness to that. What song was that you sang? It was. Oh my god! It was beautiful. I fell in love immediately.
It was
With
gorgeous.
Mason?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just had to get that on the record.
It was something else. Coltron.
We have Colton. He said, howdy,
Colton.
fellas. Then he
Coltron.
said,
What
folks.
up, dog?
We know that guy.
We know that guy.
Music Master.
Lisa, Music Masters.
Showing up late.
So
For Colton, that's
was
right
that
on
one in
time.
Lafayette? Buck,
Music-
was that the one in Lafayette? Music Masters?
No, Music Masters is on
It's on
North
the
Monroe.
The one that you were talking about was on
Yeah.
Lafayette.
It was on Lafayette.
Yeah.
Music Masters is still open. Like
Yeah,
that's our
they're
option.
strong.
What was the
versus,
name of that shop?
Guitar Center.
The
It
one-
was called Music Center.
Music Center. So I lived in that apartment complex right behind there whenever they were open, and I hit them up for picks and shit.
Music Center was where?
It was on Lafayette, right behind where like
Cabos.
Cabos is. stuff like
I think it's like a Hungry Howie's now or something.
Yeah. It's,
Little
I think so.
Caesars.
Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Well, that's that area.
It's like in that strip of
Yeah, where Sahara was. Yeah.
We have
okay.
Mason put in his 2 cents about the cabs. He said cabs make the biggest difference. Hash brown science. Angel says, "Hey y'all, hey Angel."
Hope she's doing well.
And we have Stephanie. Hey Stephanie. I have your Texas guy in town for the week, so just making sure that you might want to check on him when he gets back. He's not going to be the same.
Shit.
Oh, is that this guy right here?
That guy,
okay.
that guy right there.
We'll send him back in
What's
a
up,
couple
Texas
pieces.
guy?
Captain.
Do you guys remember Music Exchange?
Every time he gets into my car,
Tennessee.
Yeah, that
he
place
does
is
this.
Oh
I
yeah,
played in a band with Joe DeMare.
yeah. Especially that night, man.
Here, Joe.
awesome. Yes.
I am
Yes.
not that bad.
Sinister Nasty. I don't know if you guys know.
Right.
You know Eddie Gay.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I am not that bad.
No, you're not.
I'm really not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, woo!
I have road rage.
It makes me like want to vomit because all I can think about is whiskey. You know?
Oh, I love whiskey.
Whiskey?
I love whiskey, but whiskey don't like me.
So yours just
Man,
get
I
angry.
drank two.
Right under the hair.
I drank 2 left-hand milk stouts this past weekend and yacked. 2 beers.
Wow.
And yacked. Like
Maybe
8
we
times.
should have put him near the.
Yeah, I
That
know.
is such
I'm
a
in the
dad
middle.
brag
Hey,
I've
guys.
ever heard.
the
Hashtag dad brags.
last
Yeah, I
time,
know.
last
It's
time
like,
I
man,
had,
I'm
You
so
guys get
disappointed in myself.
the last time I had whiskey, somebody breathed loud, and I told them to shut the fuck up across the room, and they were like, they just kind of looked at me because they were vaping and they coughed or something, and I was like, shut the fuck up,
You're
and
like
they looked at me,
supersonic,
and I
yeah.
was like, ready. Yeah, I was ready to fight. I was like. It makes me mean. I just get so mean on whiskey.
How interesting.
It's bad. It is so bad.
I just get drunk on alcohol and then act accordingly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely requisite to the idea. Just par for the course.
Captain Texas. You have a music question. I can feel it.
What up?
Yeah. What do you got? Let's hear something.
What kind of music question you got, Hector?
No, I'm just kind of curious with y'all guys. What made you pick up those names? Is there something? There's like a story behind your band name?
He
Oh,
said. He said,
hey.
What made you pick your band names?
No member of Off the Record, y'all.
Just call me Dio.
Chris, you want to take the lead on this one?
That was a good question.
Scoot up to the mic just a little bit, please, sir.
I don't know, we just kind of like the name. You know, they kind of fit our character and what we're after, you know. As far as, go play music. So,
That's about what Jeff from Voodoo Moonshine said. Voodoo
It sounded
Moonshine
cool.
sounds cool.
Yeah.
Run
That
with
is a
it.
cool name.
It is a
Yeah.
cool name.
Did you guys have
And so
like
it's
a
despite
bunch
the
of names
irony.
that you picked
I think it's a
out?
really
Just
cool
like-
name.
yeah, we all, like, one of the names was like Hammer Sausage.
Hammer sauce.
Hashtag hammer sausage.
That's a pretty good
Sorry.
name.
We kind of coined it for
Pretty
like
fucking
good.
Hammer
It's
sausage.
like, what's hammer sausage?
I love
Yeah.
it.
It's awesome.
What do you
It's-
want?
Yeah.
That's on my TikTok. That's on my TikTok. I
So,
think it was
um,
Louis
Flavor
gave me a
is
TikTok,
hammer
I think.
sausage.
So,
Other than iron.
So, Russ, I would like for you to answer this question as well, please, sir.
would you go to the
your
restaurant and
captain
would you like
speaking-
hammer sausage?
There you go.
That name started, I mean, quite a long time ago, and
Yeah.
and I mean the name came first, but we kind of thought about like what kind of merchandise we could build off of the name, and we kind of went with like kind of the plain theme there for a minute, and then then we came up with like the shirt idea that said YCS.
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
You know, like YCS. You know?
Oh, that's
Right.
hilarious.
I like
YCS,
it.
Why not?
Yes.
You know, so
I have to admit, it took me about a fucking month to stop saying, "This is your captain speaking."
Yeah, it did.
It took me a while to stop, just to say "your captain speaking" instead of
yeah.
That's-
Yeah,
that's it,
it was
yeah.
after you came on and
Well,
you're in
and
the
it-
studio.
and it lends itself to being announced on stage.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah, it
This
does.
is your captain speaking,
Ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
Yeah, okay,
You know,
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
have to say this is your captain speaking.
Right.
yeah.
You know.
Because after he came in that studio, he kept saying, he's like, this is your captain speaking. I was like, your captain speaking. And then he's like, oh.
Yeah,
and
she had to correct me a few times.
yeah, and then he got it. He got it down.
We're reaching the third song of the set, and we're gonna coast right into song number 4.
We've had that
What's
commentary stuff in
Might,
life.
might experience a little
Tuning is
turbulence.
G-string right to the. He's a little sharp.
We're gonna go in
We're
for
gonna do a little turbulence on the sharp G string, and then we'll get back to the second.
It's always the G string too.
Yeah.
You see how he said the
It really
G-string?
is. It really is.
Man doesn't tell a lie there.
Wait, there's other strings?
Okay, Mr.
Good
Bass player.
point.
Yeah, there's more than one fucking string on the guitar.
4
No, I see
strings,
where you
4
went.
Gs.
You went into like the Harley sense of the G string, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
Oh, it's not just like an
Look at
extreme
that.
bar.
Look at that
And
nice young lady
G-string,
Oh.
and hose in the
modeling on
bucket
that
of soap.
motorcycle right now.
Get to washing.
She's currently wearing a yeah.
G-string. I retract my statement.
As long as it's not a little sharp.
All right, so Trial by Stone.
Oh, really?
I can't answer this. I mean, in fact, I want to ask you about this name because I know the answer to where it comes from. But when you started the band long before I joined, did you have a list of names? And then everybody kind of chose, or did you know kind of just this is it?
I pretty much went right with this.
It's a great name.
It is.
It's
Takes me back to the
who
Dark
knows?
Crystal.
Fucking there it is. That's exactly what it is. It's Jim Henson. It's that's exactly what it is. It's Dark Crystal.
Awesome.
The
Fucking Skeksis choosing their new emperor, and like one thing about it that always kind of like stuck with me is like they have like these huge like nasty swords, and they're like chopping down this like big chunk of like obsidian. And
The Dark
but it's like when they first like like the ritual like comes up, you can see these big ass swords. You think they're gonna fucking fight each other, right? And like seeing kind of like a non-violent approach, like as a kid, like growing up, to like that, it was like, oh wait, they're just gonna like, use these big ass swords to cut this shit down. That kind of like always like kind of stuck with me for a second. Like, don't get me wrong, I watch like samurai shit all fucking day long. I'm down with watching some extreme violence on
Well, in the literal
in my
actually
movies and shit like that, and
chopping into a
entertaining.
stone with
But
swords
I
is
always,
such a
I always thought it
hardcore
was so
thing.
dope. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like one of them is like significantly stronger than the other
Sure.
one, but the other one's like has
Courage,
the mind, the
Yeah.
manipulation, the
Mhm.
way to like use language and like as far as like
Yeah.
counterbalancing like
Mhm.
wait, which one of these is actually the baddest motherfucker? And the fact that they weren't just like fighting each other to do it
Mhm.
always kind of like stuck with me.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool.
It wasn't
So-
just punching. It
yeah, exactly. It was like
that.
motherfucking Trial by Stone. That's what's up.
And then
So I had never actually seen the Dark Crystal. I'm afraid. Yes, I'm a bad nerd.
Come on, bro.
You're making me
It
tear.
wasn't until you guys were in studio and my fucking stepmother came in on chat and mentioned that it was a
Mhm.
reference to the Dark Crystal.
Yeah. And you guys
And
added.
you have
You're
seen
welcome.
it?
I
He
have
has not.
Well, you still haven't.
I know.
No,
I know.
Motherfucker.
I don't
I know.
really care for Muppets.
Dude.
What?
Oh, shit.
Have you seen Legend?
I
Have you
fucking
seen
hope
any of
Shane's not in the fucking chat,
80s
man.
fantasy type
Fuck, dude.
flicks, man. They're the best.
Oh, Rob.
Oh, how could you not love a Muppet?
I just whoa.
Man, this isn't your typical Muppet shit.
How could you
Like
not
it's
love
not.
it?
I haven't got to it.
Who's Piggy?
No,
Fonzie Bear?
No.
Gonzo?
You know Dark Crystal's next level. It's not
If
like
you want to talk about,
that's an
if you want to talk about Sesame
I'm sorry,
Street,
It's like Willow.
Yeah, well, it was one at a time. We got too many conversations going on. Mike's pick all that shit up, so now it's just a big mess. We were all berating Rob.
if you want to talk about
Summarize.
How many of you at least seen like Labyrinth, right?
Rob.
David Bowie, come on.
Oh, on that
Oh,
on that
Rob.
David Bowie note, there's like this cartoon called The Snowman that he apparently did.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, interesting. It's a very unique piece of art. Check it out.
So-
man.
Rob, I'm going to create a Facebook event, and me and you are going to sit down and watch
okay,
Labyrinth and Crystal.
all right.
Because like Jim Henson's
Yeah,
like
it's-
we
Muppet,
need a
like
live
his like puppet
reaction
studio,
Yes.
like
live stream.
really
of
like
Rob watching.
started the like that was like really some cutting edge shit.
Do
Right
that.
there.
Do it.
Yeah.
What about the legend?
content.
I only ask for popcorn. So that's all I ask.
Well,
you talking about
popcorn, dude.
the movie?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fantastic movie.
Dude,
Probably my favorite Tom Cruise movie, to be honest. I mean, I'm not that I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan
Not
or
a big Tom
anything
Cruise.
necessarily.
I mean,
But-
if you like
Wait,
movies
wait,
at
like
all,
Danger
you're going to be
Zone.
a fan of something.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
You know, he's like the
Yeah, he
biggest
did
movie
Vanilla
star.
Sky. He did some
Yeah.
good ones.
He's amazing shit. Yeah.
So fucking awesome, dude.
Tim
He's just
Curry.
kind of-
You don't have to
Yeah,
like him.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's
So, like,
just a little
his
Fuck Tom
thing that
Cruise
I
and
kinda
we'll talk about Tim Curry.
Thank
And also
you.
Pennywise.
I mean,
Yes.
he's an actor.
Right?
Tim Curry's my dude.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it.
Tim Curry.
Tim
Meta-
Curry's
Meta-
my
as the
dude.
devil.
That's
Yeah.
my dude.
Yeah, he's the best.
This guy gets it.
I'm going to bawl my eyes out when it's his time to go.
Yeah,
There
so-
we go. He gets it.
That guy.
Also,
That guy.
Congo.
Congo. Oh.
Dude, right?
Yes.
Greatest
Yes.
Romanian accent ever.
So with Trial by Stone, you guys added Rebel Sound at the end, right? And it was Rebel Sound Machine.
Sound system.
Sorry.
Too wordy.
Yes.
Too wordy. Yeah.
Right. But there is another Trial by Stone out there.
And
That sucks.
why
And they
that's-
suck.
Yeah.
That's the reason we
They're
had to
so
do
bad.
it.
They are horrible.
We lost all our
Right.
spots on
Yeah.
all the streaming sites like that to these guys. So
But honestly,
So
like
fucking
since
stupid.
Colton and I have joined, like the sound has changed a bit. So I think it's probably. I mean, I'm sure that you agree, since you know.
absolutely, yeah.
But the rebranding,
Yeah.
kind of fits this chapter of the band.
Oh, I agree with that.
Because it had been, a good number of years of inactivity as far as like publicity stuff. Like releasing regular content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whiskey and Pickle Juice was
This way.
released in 2010.
Wow.
That was
And
our
that was
second
the
album.
music that we used for
Yeah.
the intro.
And, I mean, the album we just put
and
out,
what we just put out, we recorded
it's been in
3
the can
years
for,
ago.
No, it's been longer than that, dog.
Oh, that was with West. That was like 5 years ago.
It was done, other than what I laid down, over 4 years ago. And then I put a little bit on there, and a couple of tracks, and it still sat for a few years. So this has been in the can for at least 5 years.
There you go.
Would you like to read it?
I drew that cover, and if you can't tell, I learned how to draw a mouth by drawing Homer Simpson.
Ooh, can you pass it around? I want to see it.
Don't open it. It's the collector's edition.
Mine's not opened either.
Is it signed?
It's a real pickle.
I hear there's a couple more in boxes lying around somewhere.
I like it.
That's awesome.
You're helping artists, man.
So, what was the last show that Despite the Irony played?
It's got style. It's been on hiatus.
That's why I asked.
We've kind of had a
I think we played
change.
98.
Yeah,
And then a private
East
the
Point.
next night.
Oh, we did a private party.
Oh.
That was East Point to Europe.
Yeah. you're
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah, private party was the last
Birthday
one.
party we've been playing every year for how long?
Oh, wow.
5 years.
Those are
6
cool. I love
years.
shit like that. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, is this going to be your next show, the 28th, or do you have one booked before then?
We don't have anything
Nice.
before that.
Wow. I'm so excited to see you guys on stage.
It's gonna
I'm
be
excited.
fun.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I promised my mom I had to video you guys, so kept a promise. Got to keep it. So that's awesome. And so for this final show that's coming up, it's going to be insane with 22 bands. So out of all the bands on the bill, what are the bands that you guys are looking forward to seeing?
All of them.
That's a
we
good
are,
answer. There you go. That's a great answer.
I mean, he's not wrong, but
He said all of them.
who I'm
He's a-
looking forward to, and because we know them from getting to hang out with them with you guys, is Ember Fading and Fighting Giants.
Oh,
Yep.
hell yeah.
Fucking love those
Fighting
guys.
Giants.
Yeah.
I'd say for me, it's going to be seeing all the people in person that I did the Q the Muses stuff with.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That stuff was fun, like Dick and
Yeah.
Debra and like all those cats. Like I'm sure Ash
Yeah.
Von Chamier will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
know,
wait, fucking,
Preston will.
Oh, yeah.
Oh hell yeah, and
Yeah.
fucking Defy the Tyrant too, man. Those guys
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Hanging
they're
out at
awesome.
the show is really the fun part, anyways. I mean, like, of course, playing's fun, but like when you have a relationship with a lot of the people there, it just makes it much more.
So I have not, unfortunately, I have not seen your Captain Speaking nor Defy the Tyrant yet. So
You mean despite the irony?
Pretty sure you've seen Defy the Tyrant.
We just said Defy the Tyrant.
Who invited this guy?
I know. Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob.
I'm playing an acoustic.
Excuse me.
So
Yes.
I'm doing like a solo.
Okay.
I am
I'm-
hooked on your
actually
voice.
I played one and I dig it, man. Like I dig doing the solo thing. It's like you can kind of be more ethereal. You know?
Yeah.
Like a ghost or something.
I'm looking forward to seeing your acoustic because you have an amazing voice. Like I said that I showed Hector your video for your Stone Temple Pilots cover. I think it was your Stone Temple Pilots cover, yeah. And I was like, dude, like play. And he was like, I'm like, no, dude, like he sounds your guys' cover of that song is by far to me better than the actual song.
I appreciate it.
And having
I'll take it.
and for despite the irony, like I literally can just sit there and listen to your guys' entire set and not be like, oh, that's a great song. Yeah, not so much on that one. That was a great song. Yeah, not so much. It's not like that with you guys. It's consistently all the way through. You're like, man.
Straight bangers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like if you guys had that album and just pop it in and just let it play.
Something like this drive.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also looking forward to seeing Our Final Feud again.
Yes. All those guys.
I saw them for the first time a month or two ago and was just blown the fuck away at how goddamn good those guys are.
Yeah, and for being so young and
Yes.
talented like that. God, those guys are amazing. I
Yeah.
actually took my oldest son to Guitar Center, and he was, looking at the guitars, and he was like, well, what should I get next? I'm like, learn what you got, and then we'll talk about, another one. But he's already like, I like that one, Mom. And I'm like, come up with 2,500 and we'll talk,
Sure.
So,
Well, that's the cool thing about Guitar Center is those motherfuckers will let him play that guitar.
Oh, yeah, they will.
They'll play that sucker as loud as you can through the
yep.
loudest tube amp that there's there.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? And they'll sit there and bitch about it, but they got to let them do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We got them all security broadcast system. We're gonna rock.
That little son of a bitch.
So while we were there, he was like, doesn't those guys from Our Final Feud work here? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, are they here? I said, I don't know, go ask the guy. So he's like, does Colton or Kai work here? And the guy behind the counter goes, yeah, let me professionally call him Colton. And then you hear, what? From the back. And then he walks out and goes, oh, my friends are here. And we sat there and talked for a while. So, and he was, giving Isaiah tips on guitar and stuff. And we were sitting there, we were talking for a little while, and he was talking about how he was really, really stoked that, or he was really sad that he couldn't play the show. Our Final Feud is actually playing on a fest that same day, so they won't be on this. So he was kind of bummed out that he was going to miss it, but it's yeah.
Wait,
They're
Our Final Feud are not playing?
I don't believe they are, no, because they're on a fest. They're doing
Good
a
for
fest.
them.
That's what I said. He was
Yep.
like, fest, warrior, and he's
Yep.
like, no, I'm like, dude, come on.
No,
Yeah.
where's do you know where it's at?
I'm not sure. He told me, and I can't remember. I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you.
I mean, it's always good to grow your out of town fan base. If
Right.
You can.
Right.
Yep.
Because the
No.
structure of really how being an independent band is today, you need like a few different little pockets,
Yep.
and these people continually hire you, and you basically do a little
Yeah.
circuit.
Yep.
I mean,
You gotta
that's the
have
way
a
to do it.
reliable.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Right.
that's and usually, like we were talking about, if you want to make money, you're probably gonna have to play those 4-hour gigs. If you
Yep.
wanna,
Yeah.
And, but once you get your
Oh, yeah.
merchandise built up and you get all your shit together and your kitty and you have money and you have a nice merch table, you lay your stuff out, you play an original show, and if you get on some big shows with a lot of people, you're selling merchandise after you play.
Yeah.
You make money like that. I know on our album release, I know Defy the Tyrant said they made bank
Yeah.
at our album release. Like, they,
Yeah.
Finished up and just merch, Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotta have it.
I'm really excited to see Trial by Stone because every time you guys play, I can't sit still. There's no way in hell you can sit
Buck,
still.
you have to bop.
Look, you
Oh,
do some,
100%.
you do some shit with your fucking effect pedals that you only hear in a recording studio.
What you mean, man?
He's got good control. He's got good control of his pedals for sure.
I don't know what it is you're doing behind those fucking pedals, but you make some sounds with your goddamn effect pedals that you don't hear in a live performance.
Respect. Thank you. I tried to. I kind of tried to.
I see.
I mean, it's all about just taking like into account of like what you're running through, what
Yeah.
speed
Well, I always
and
have
what
the same thing to
frequency,
say.
and
Mason loved that the most about your guys' set. They're backup dancers in there, but that was one of the things that he was like, Mom, he's like, there's some cool sounds that come out of that thing that he stepped on, and I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, he was more.
I see you get down there and you're tweaking some shit and
Yeah.
making some really gnarly goddamn sounds.
they're
Yeah.
like, that's just
Speed on delay.
changing frequency and delay time.
Hey,
Like, depending on what's running through what. Yeah.
it sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Mason
What do you
loved
use
it.
if you have any asking?
Dude, man, like I've like really simplified.
Do you use like an analog delay to get that?
Dude, I'm using I'm still using the Boss Duty 6 digital delay.
I have one of those. I love
But
it.
it's so user friendly and it maintains its signal level that I haven't switched to analog delay because
I have
it's
mine
so
on, yeah,
user friendly, man. And
Mhm.
like, if like analog delay, like tone wise, is what is up, but it gets so finicky. If you
Yeah,
want
it's
to
hard to
start, you
manipulate.
want to start like changing wavelengths and frequencies and shit like that. But so that analog phase 90 can't
Yeah.
fuck with the phase
yeah,
90.
phase 90. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
it's kind of the original
oh,
phaser, and it's still the phase.
Yeah. It's definitely the one to have.
But my
Been the
favorite
one to
pedal
have
is
for, like, 50
ever.
years.
my my Cowboys from Hell wah pedal, man. That
Oh no
has,
shit!
it has the decibel boost on it too, and the 3-band EQ on it, and you can change the sweep rate that the wah comes in. So all that together, just 3 pedals,
Yeah.
and just
Well, you're
trying
doing
to
all
do.
that on 3 pedals.
That's what I'm saying, just 3 pedals. Like I
Jesus
totally like
Christ.
cut out. Was like used to be all like, man, I'm running like 10 pedals, and like
Yeah.
you get
Yep.
you get like set up, and then you're ready to
It's a
go,
nightmare.
and you click your amp off a standby.
Yep. Nothing.
Nothing. And
Yep.
it's like, let me start retracing my signal.
Yeah.
So I eventually just started cutting all that shit out, man.
So real quick, while we're talking about Trial by Stone, we do have a video. You wanna
Yeah.
show them?
Yeah,
What?
Let everybody
Yeah,
see the
that's
video.
one of the
Because
videos.
Trial by Stone ain't nothing to fuck with.
And
There you
then-
go.
Down to
Oh my
Byway.
man.
Unfortunately, my dumbass did not. The video you were talking about from your captain speaking earlier,
Yeah,
I did not have it, so I did not load it up. And I didn't get it, so.
but you
bad.
can always go to their Facebook and see it.
Yeah, and those links are in the description.
And if you head over to Despite the Irony Facebook, you'll see a couple videos there as well. And if you happen to be my friend on Facebook, I'm pretty sure I have some from back when you guys did the whole Harley thing. I got y'all. Got y'all.
I forgot what this button
Oh, you
does.
played it there.
What's that button do?
I feel like maybe I should touch that.
They say I don't got no time to play guitar. I gotta go to school so I can make it far. But all I wanna do is just to jam this tune. Curl up in my bed and spend the day with you. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But only these lucky know is you gotta prove that you got what it takes to make it really far. That you got what it takes to be a superstar. So when they come at you, you gotta come right back. When they push at you, you push it right back. Cause everybody's got their own destiny. You can make it as long as you believe in yourself. Why yo? Why yo? Why yo? Why yo? So when you wake up in the morning, it's like you read that beat. The one drop hit before you hit your beat. Before you even notice you thought not in that head. Because the reggae music will never be dead. So the older you get, the rules that come your way. You got to keep on living, I say every single day. Every single day. You gotta wake up to see you miss your shot. Little dime is the only time we got. So when they come at you, you gotta come right back. When they push at you, you push it right back. Cause everybody's got their own destiny. You can make it as long as you believe in yourself. Why yo? Why yo? Why yo? Why yo? to a man, he was an old and lonely sight. The product of the years gone by, he's that other people live his life. And now the actions of his past have tapping on his hell. He never learned to seize the day, and now we know he hates himself. So when they come at you, you gotta come right back. When they push at you, you push it right back. Cause everybody's got their own destiny. You can make it as long as you believe in yourself. Why yo? Why yo? Why yo? Why yo? Yeah, 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 yo! Yeah, yo!
And we're back.
You told me to say what's up.
We're back. Hold on. We'll do this one.
Everybody's piling back in.
Oh fuck yeah!
Are we scooching?
It's like a
Big ass.
as I pass, I give you the ass or the crotch.
Yay!
Wow.
Maybe a little of those. Give me the crotch.
Only.
I like to change it up. You know?
The spin
There we go.
Mid shimmy, just kind of do all that body flip.
Change it up. Keep the body guessing. You
All
know.
right, so we have a new member at the table.
New member.
Is it this one?
Hey.
Hit that button right there. Nope.
Bruh.
Yeah, close enough.
Bruh. We have a Trial by Stone's backup dancer.
He's official member.
Yeah,
He's
that's
going on tour with us next time. He already agreed.
So I know who you are, but
Yes.
for our listeners,
Yes.
tell me about yourself. Who are you? Where do you come from? How's your mom and them?
And what do you do?
And what do you do?
I already lost track of all the questions.
Me too.
What's your name?
Mason.
And what do you do?
I do live streams on my YouTube channel, but for some reason now I'm not allowed to since
Uh-oh.
don't have enough subscribers yet, and YouTube
Jeff
found out.
Bezos.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 4th.
You're in 4th grade.
Yeah.
What is the name of your is it YouTube or Twitch?
YouTube.
It's YouTube. What is the name of your YouTube channel?
Mason 6667.
So it's Mason 6667.
Yep.
Nice.
I really did not
Nice.
come up with a name with it, so I just picked random things.
Yeah, it's a pretty random number.
Yeah.
Were there 665 other Mason Heavens?
Do you have any questions for the guys? Despite the irony, Russ, Trial by Stone?
No, not.
Not that you can think. I'm putting you on the spot.
Nah, Mom, those guys are boring. I don't even like those guys.
What was it like being on stage with Buck and Steven Trial by Stone?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Did you have fun? Like, I was having a lot of fun.
Yeah, we
And I was
had
trying to
a
look
great
over
time.
at you and be like, are you having fun?
Yes.
He wouldn't quit staring at the drummer.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
So you're into drums? Is that your thing? Cool.
I think he just wants to beat on something really loudly.
You know what? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
lie.
the
You just want
loudest.
to torture your parents, be honest.
That is the
will.
loudest and
I
most
will.
torturous. Yeah.
Every show I go to, I watch the drummer. It's a thing. Just they fucking baffle me.
So maybe he's looking at the wrong instrument.
He'll probably end up a bass player.
Yeah.
If you want to that's okay.
If you want to work, play bass.
No, I was going to say the other thing. Like,
Yeah.
you want to work, play drums because every drummer I know is in 7 bands. So
Oh, that is
there,
true.
there it
Drummer
is,
the
right
hardest
there.
one to find.
Yeah, Mason, drummer's the hardest one
Yeah,
to find.
drummers are
It
always
is.
the hardest people
So-
to find.
Always.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I would say drummers and real bass players, like not guitar players who are playing bass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Take it
real
easy.
bassist. Real bassist.
I'm
are
one of
hard
those
to come
bass players.
by. You are.
I am totally.
Okay.
I am totally.
Well,
I've had to reverse engineer my
I mean, Jimi
playing.
Hendrix was too, but he played guitar. You know,
A
bass player.
was he really?
I
I'm
mean,
the other way around.
No, I'm just saying like his
Yo,
logic.
can we read some chats real
No,
quick?
you're absolutely right. I'm
Can we-
screwing around.
Wait.
please?
It's taking over. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Can we-
hell yes. I love this guy.
Yeah.
Take over. This is a Mason takeover. Hell
All right,
yeah.
we're reading chats. Is that what we're doing? All right, hang on. We got to start up here. So we have, let's see. Mason says, Morty ran Music Center.
Yep, that was Morty.
Angel
That's what I
said,
work
I'm
for.
doing wonderful, thank you. Oh, great. That's awesome. Lisa says, not me. Got a bottle of Robin Red Beast for Christmas.
Nice.
Nice.
Jen says, hashtag hammer sausage.
Sausage.
We have Lisa says, animal. Animal is the one talking about the Muppets.
Eat drums.
I agree. I love animals.
Electric Mayhem. Dr. Teeth.
We have Snowman is awesome. And she says, my son loved that when he was a toddler. And then Samantha, she says, listen to these happy little music nerds.
That's
LOL.
Run tubes.
What the fuck you call him a nerd?
And then Hunter says, I like bass.
What's up, Hunter?
Yeah,
$100? Is that $100?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Finally,
you didn't skip leg day, did you, man?
We're not skipping.
I see you, Hunter. I see you out there, Hunter.
He might be on my blacklist. He has never showed up here, so I don't know.
Man, you know he doesn't like doing that. He doesn't like being
I
on.
might have to wrestle.
What was his favorite
Connection, right?
I'm sitting next to Tom.
No, Hector's got the reflexes. I was not worried.
So you're saying the can was deflated?
You saw that, right?
There you are.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
You need to get back on there, buddy?
Yes.
Or getting enough pay? All right, go ahead. Get your shine now, babe.
Any questions you got?
What
Here, come here.
what was the best performance you ever had?
Who's being asked? Me?
All of you.
Yes.
Whew.
Stacking up over here.
Honestly, I'd say my favorite show
Well, we
I
can't
ever
have nice
did was
things,
our
I'm
album
sorry.
release party in 2021. That was like I mean, it's shit. I don't know. It's there are so many factors, like how we were talking about at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd was great there, but sometimes it's between that and what's that place? Fucking in Midtown that used to be
You talking about Mockingbird?
No.
Mockingbird
Midtown
and
Manor.
No.
Where Shaggy was running sound. That he could get that room to sound really
Fire
good.
Betty's,
Fire Betty's
filling
was the old-
station?
yes,
Filling
both of those
station?
two.
Oh, right.
Both of those two.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
Where Fire Betty's is now,
That
Fifth and
was
Thomas.
Midtown. Oh, Fifth and Thomas.
Fifth and Thomas. Yeah, that room sounds great.
Yeah.
I remember, Shaggy.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what, to me, a performance is more about the sound most
It's a
of the
good
time
room.
than it is
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
even really the performance. Like you can play poorly, and if it sounds good, everybody's gonna be like, "That was really good."
If you feel really good about your tones and stuff,
Mhm.
like our most recent show at Proof on New Year's, like I felt really good about my bass tone. I was like, okay, that was the show.
Mhm.
It's more about the recent shows.
Yeah.
There's nothing like walking off stage and knowing that you put your fucking heart and soul, your blood, sweat, and fucking tears into it, and you mopped the fucking floor.
And not only did you do that, but
Yep.
the sound guy
the
also
sound guy did as
kicked
well.
ass. Who was
Yeah.
also the most
More
important
fucking-
member of the
yes.
band.
Yeah.
Everybody
Pete
else
Reed
did.
did.
Yeah.
The sound guy is more important than anybody up there performing.
Yeah.
I hear
Guaranteed.
you. It's good to be proud of yourself, but
It doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
If he's not good,
oh,
you can be the best
I
man in
had
the world.
so
and it
many
sounds terrible.
sets where we crushed, but you couldn't hear anything.
Mhm. Vocals
You know?
always get lost in the mix.
Oh.
Always.
All right.
What about you of Sprite the Iron Knee?
I think probably Eve to Adam was probably one of my favorites. We got off stage, had a good show, and this was at the Warrior, so they have this area set up for merch and all that stuff, and we kind of just filtered down there after getting off stage, and next thing we knew, everybody in the building was in there with us.
Yes.
And
That's
Eve
awesome.
to Adam was on
That's the
stage, like look around the corner, like what's going on in there? We finally walked back in there, because we didn't realize everybody drug out
Yeah.
with us, and he was like, "Man, thanks despite the irony for bringing the party and everything, but we're just having a good time, and hell, it was a badass night,
Awesome.
What about who's this thing? What about you, Drive-By Stone?
Do you have one specific?
I mean, I
one?
kind of feel like I already put my 2 cents in on that. So why don't you?
I don't have one specific one, but when we used to play at the Sidebar, we were in with the sound guy, we were in with the owner, so it would be like one of those things where it's like true will. So it's like
Was Bedrosian doing sound then?
no, that was Jeff Kasabian was doing
Oh,
sound.
Kasabian, that's what I mean.
And so like Jeff would like, we knew the guy kind of like putting on all the shows, and so the way we would end every show was, all right, everybody come get up on stage and let's just have a party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I miss those days when it was just,
I went
you
to a
know,
lot of those shows.
hey,
when I was
everybody get up on
playing.
stage, let's have a party.
rules.
If there's anybody in the show that I recognize as a guitar player, I'm gonna give you my guitar and I'm
Yeah.
gonna start grab a microphone and run around crazy.
I definitely
And I'm
came
probably
up
gonna
with a
jump
couple
off
of
the
those,
stage
yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
And like I miss those days. Those are pretty cool.
I have a question for our new host here.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Put him on the spot.
Yeah. There's someone in your family that's in a band, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is tragic, quote unquote, my dad,
Your dad? What's your dad's name again?
Josh.
Josh. And he's in
What band?
what's it?
Tragic.
He's in Tragic.
Yeah.
And he's what is he doing? Is he their drummer? What is he doing in Tragic?
He's a singer, and he has Jeremiah and three of his friends that does the drums, guitars, and Jeremiah is the one that does the beat, and my dad, quote unquote, Tragic, he does the singing.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. I like how he said does the beat instead of didn't call him that was cool.
Yeah.
So you've been to at least one Tragic show, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, do you have any favorite Tragic songs?
It is Remember, which is
Yeah.
not coming out yet,
Yeah.
and Dead Weight.
Dead Weight.
Good answer. The new stuff. That is always a band's favorite answer. My favorite is the
Catch 'em
thing that
quick.
is now
Catch
coming
'em
out.
quick.
So if I'm being honest, Remember is probably also my favorite Tragic song. I got to hear it kind of early in the process.
Same.
Your dad sent it to me, and I fucking loved it immediately. And I'm really, really huge fan of all their music to begin with. But yeah, Remember is probably my favorite Tragic song right now too.
It is being released during Valentine's Day.
You mean Dead Weight?
No, Remember.
Pretty soon.
Oh, so Remember is being released.
On Valentine's.
I'll be down.
On Valentine's or like?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Exclusive. You heard it here, ladies.
I know, right?
Well, apparently we need to be hanging out with this kid.
Your dad, he's got a show coming up, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be at the at this last show, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. Are you excited about seeing your dad on stage again?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gotta be
Quick
pretty awesome.
question for the bands. Any more recordings coming out soon? I know I already busted the chops of Despite the Irony earlier. Like, dude, you guys got to fucking record something. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I just like set this up real random.
Okay, we'll get to it, bud.
Who's talking to us right now? No, just kidding.
It's your
mind.
conscience.
It's your mind.
Yes.
Inside my
It's
head.
a ghost of
There are
hosts.
shows.
Past.
Right.
So what we've been working on for the last year and a half is we've heard 2 master copies of it, and it's about there. We just got to give them the cash for the mixing and mastering, and
Yeah, we got a new EP.
we're gonna own that and have it real quick.
And believe,
so.
Oh, yeah.
believe the song we just played is from it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think we told you guys before the way we're gonna do it. We're gonna lay it out. It's gonna be 4 songs. It's gonna be no dead space, one into the other. It's gonna be Valkyrie into Believe, into I Can't Breathe, into Rise Above, and
I like
Which
Rise
for the
Above.
old fans of the band, like a couple of those songs we've totally rewritten.
just yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Should we read the chat that appeared?
Hold on one moment.
yeah,
bud.
yeah.
Hang
Of
on,
course
hang
you
on a minute,
should.
bud. Hang on.
Boy, overactive host.
I know.
Hell yeah.
Overactive. Give it a minute.
No, he's right though. Like fucking like paying attention to the
Just taking
chat.
the
It's
chat.
like
I mean,
it's like I hang out like and like
Yeah,
watch
which
you guys
is
just show
good.
all the
I always
time, and it's
forget
like,
that shit.
yo guys, like you're like answering a chat that was like 45 minutes ago.
Chats, Lilith,
and you're like,
I forget all of it.
They might be gone by the time.
So we do have one final question, and then we have to wrap up. But Mason, do you want to read this one?
Yes.
Okay.
What is one piece of advice to give? No.
Yeah,
to give it to.
To give it to.
To give it to up and coming kids getting into music.
oh, Jen.
Stay in school.
Stay humble. Honestly.
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
humble.
Can we at least give him a shout out? at
Yeah,
least?
that's a good one.
Find the thing you love
Was it
and
Jen?
do it all the time.
Miss Jen is getting a shout out for being.
And Jen's getting a shout out?
Yeah.
Whether it's music or anything, find the thing you love and just do it
No, just
every free moment you have.
No, just do it randomly and no one will care.
That's another way to do it.
Oh man, you're telling the story of life.
You know what I mean? It's like,
You guys gotta
I'm
have
still doing it randomly, and most people don't.
Exactly.
You're cutting deep, dude.
And then wait for a year, and then you just explode, and everyone will start to care about what you're doing.
I'm still waiting for that year.
That's probably not going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see.
You're a
hopefully.
savage. You are a savage.
Like the magic 8 ball nobody wanted. You shake it up.
There's
you
no
fight
fight
words,
words,
son.
It's awesome. I'm observing.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm watching you get
I
roasted.
know. I love it. I love it. You're the best, dude.
Oh,
No, I deserve it.
My
Dude,
child.
I
ladies and
predict
gentlemen.
2023 is going to be a really big year for Kanye.
Doesn't know.
I hope not.
All right, one more Jen's laughing at. All right, so to everybody tuning in, thank you to everybody. Thank you guys for coming out. For Trial by Stone, Despite the Irony, and Russ from your captain speaking. And you're not hitting a button. And
Oh wait,
I'm not.
Thanks for having us.
can we
Yeah.
plug our show before?
That's
before
it.
that?
That's exactly what I'm about to do. Go for it. No, go for it. Go.
We got a show at House of Music on the 21st. If anybody wants to come hang out with us.
One more time. one more again. One more again.
Trial by Stone is going to be at House of Music on the 21st.
If you want a warm-up
Can I
show
take a
before
stab?
the big show with
yeah.
all of you
Ladies
guys.
and gentlemen, Trial by Stone will be playing at House of Music on January 21st.
There you go. There you go.
That was awesome.
I still don't think Mason's amused though, but
No.
I'll put you on the list, man.
Can't buy his love, baby.
And so make sure everybody comes out to the January 28th show. You can catch all these guys live, and it's going to be the final show for the Warriors. 12 years of service that the Warrior has given us. So please come out, show support. Thanks to Chris and Alicia for everything that you guys have done. You guys really made a huge difference in this music scene, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. So
Yeah.
be sure everybody comes out. Make sure you support, buy merch. And
Yeah, get out there to a show, hit up the merch tables, talk to these guys, find us. I'm gonna put you on the internet. We do that shit, but whatever.
Some of
yeah.
us like to talk.
Yeah.
there you go.
So yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Mason, Mason, you gonna come be another backup dancer for us this time?
You get on stage again.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah!
And which outro are we playing? Which one you want to do?
Do the new one.
All right, new OTR.
No.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, we're totally doing that one just because you said no. All right, thank you guys for watching. Catch again, Trial by Stone, Despite the
Deuces.
Irony.
Deuces.
Russ from your cap speaking.
Off the record music show.
Bye.